Hello, what's up, newbies? This is Big Bike Noob again, back with another video. So for today's video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna analyze um, motor bicycle crashes. Well, for today I'll just analyze just one crash. Okay, so why am I doing this? People will say I don't have any authority to analyze motorcycle crashes. Well, it's their opinion, but for me, I'm doing this so that I can learn from other people's mistakes. And I'm just a newbie. I bought a really big motorbike, a BMW 2020 BMW R1250 GS Adventure exclusive. So it's around 1.7 million pesos. How much is that in dollars? If it's 52 pesos per dollar, that's maybe around $30,000, if I'm not mistaken, or more. Yeah, and it's more expensive here in the Philippines than in the States, or I don't know, maybe in Germany, because the luxury taxes here are expensive. First crash I'm going to analyze is this one posted in a BMW Facebook group page for R1200 and R1250 GS and GS Adventure owners. It was posted March 15. This one is a total loss. So as you can see here, his post say, I'm just going to blur out the names so I wouldn't be violating their privacy. Also, this is not an infringement of the pictures or the intellectual property of the one who posted this. This is covered by fair use because this is an educational video. I'm trying to teach people how not to totally wreck their motorbikes, their expensive motorbikes. Oh, so what he said is, it is with a heavy heart that I'm having to say goodbye to the best bike I've ever had. This was a 30-mile-per-hour accident, and it's such a total wreck. So you would ask, how can it be a total wreck if it's just 30 miles per hour? So to the Filipinos out there who were not familiar with the English system, 30 miles is equivalent to 48.28 kilometers per hour. So if you're used to the Manila traffic, 48 kilometers per hour is double the average speed here in Manila, because you know how traffic situation here in the Philippines is. So it's relatively average, not too slow, not too fast, but I guess for their country, I think this happened in England. That is slow for their standards. So and then I'll show you the pictures. Here are the pictures. Okay, these pictures were taken when the bike was already brought to their home. So the front wheel was already detached, but you can see the front part of the bike is totally shattered. Yeah, I think that the front part is not serviceable. I think the entire motorbike is not serviceable. You can probably sell some of the parts, like if you can see from this angle, The engine can still be used. I think the tank and the seats and some of the parts at the from the starting from the engine going backwards can still be used. Facebook members asked him what happened. Well, first they asked him how he was. Of course, you don't ask first the details about the accident. So they asked him first how he was, and then what he answered is this: broken wrist, broken tibia. I think that's the shin, and pin now inserted, fractured hip, and a hairline fracture on my spine. And he said that they reckon, maybe pertaining to the doctors, they reckon 18 weeks recovery. The bike was written off last week, and I'm just waiting for the offer to come through. So apparently he has insurance, which is a good thing for him. I hope it's a comprehensive insurance, so all the medical bills he will spend will be covered by the insurance. Another guy asked him what gear he was wearing. So what he answered was, I had on a Shoei Neotech 2. Oh, same here. Shoei Neotech 2. I'm gonna do a product review of this helmet, so that's gonna be another story. Chin piece up. So this one, this is the chin piece up. And Revit Poseidon jacket and trousers with full D30 armor fitted. Revit gravel out dry boots and a pair of Halvarson gloves. Not one cut or scratch on my body. The whole lot fitted like a glove, hence no marks. So a good thing about him is that he was in full gear. So that's another lesson for me as a newbie. At GAT, ATGATT, all the gear all the time. Even if you're just going to the market or to the grocery, wear all the gear all the time. You wouldn't know if this kind of crash will happen to you. So that guy asked him, it would have been so much worse without the gear. And he answered, and that is so true. The only reason the suit was damaged was due to it being cut off me. And it's the same for the boots. He had all the broken bones but no scratch because of the gears. But the gear was damaged because the rescuers, the emergency rescue team, cut his jacket, cut his suit and the boots. So could you imagine that? Those are expensive gear, and they're just intentionally being cut by the rescue team. So adding damage to whatever damage he already had. Motorcycle damage, broken bones damage, and now broken gears damage. And so one guy asked him, what really happened? So this is what he said: my wife was 300 yards up the road in her car, doing 30 miles per hour, and the cars in front of me stopped dead because of a last-minute lane changer. So what does that mean? My wife was 300 yards up the road. So what's 300 yards for the Filipinos? 300 yards is around 0.27 of a kilometer. 0.27 of a kilometer. So that's 1/4 of a kilometer. So I don't know what he means by that. He's probably looking at his wife's car. He's paying attention to his wife's car. not to the cars in front of him, because he knows how far the wife was, and probably trying to catch up on her. And then the cars in front of him just made a sudden stop, because some of the cars in front of the car in front of him, uh, one of the cars tried to do a last minute lane changer. So what happened was their sudden brake, and then he didn't expect them to do a sudden brake, and he just rammed to the rear of the car in front of him. This is the picture of what happened. There. See that? He rammed like a blue mini SUV. And then I didn't even think he was able to brake, to squeeze the front brake and then step on the rear brakes. Nothing. He just rammed on it, and that's why the motorcycle got damaged. You see how fragile these motorcycles are. Just one mistake and it's all totaled. There's no bumper, there's no plastic bumper which will absorb the impact. It's just front wheel, forks, fender, headlamps, and engine. That's it. So just 130 mph accident, it's all totally wrecked, and all your bones in your body almost broken. Good thing he didn't have any punctured lungs, broken ribs, punctured lungs, but that's how it is. So what lesson did I learn from this? Just very simple. Pay attention to what's in front of you, and if you can do a slower speed than the car in front of you, and give some like a buffer zone where you can brake if they always assume that they will do something stupid, like someone will cut you from the left, someone will cut you from the right, a dog will jump across the street, kids will run in front of you. That's what happens here in the Philippines. You have enough time to put on the brakes, or even if you don't put on the brakes, because you're driving so slow, even if you hit them, it wouldn't, it would just be like a nudge, or nothing too severe. Okay, so another thing is, don't put your full focus on what you are doing. This is a matter of life and death here, and matter of lots of money is at stake when you're riding a motorcycle. So just probably don't think about catching up to someone you love, like your wife 300 yards away from you. Pay attention, keep your eyes on the road, drive slowly, anticipate the worst case scenario that can happen to you. Those are the lessons I got from this accident. That's all. Please like, subscribe, and share. Bye.